Thanks, DDK, for your really smooth outro there. I am here with Rapha, and yeah, I just want to ask you a few questions, man. We've seen some absolutely sick games. I guess we'll start chronologically.
Sure.
You played against Evil first.
Mm-hmm.
What do you remember? How do you feel about that?
Well, I felt compared to how I played against him in the Face It seasonal finals, I was playing very, very well. I felt that, like even though I lost ZTN, like I should have won ZTN, except for he had a very miraculous and just sick
That
kill on me. Yeah,
insane. I remember.
would have locked the game down. And then DM13 as well. It was like we had a really tense LG battle, and then all of a sudden, like he somehow hit everything, and then I didn't, and then he got control, and then he started taking care of business.
Yeah.
So like the thing is that I was happy about is okay, I know I can still take him, and I just need to play a little bit better, fix a few things, and I'll be good if we face again in the playoffs.
Do you think there's different strategy you might use against him next time? Is there something that's not been working and that you're consciously going to choose to do differently next time?
Well, I noticed a few patterns of his like his fighting, like his dodging style and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like when he decides to go in and out of fights, and hopefully I'll be able to use that to my advantage later if we play each other. But yeah, I wasn't too upset about losing. Even though it was 2-0, because it just showed like, hey, it's first game of the day and my shape is still pretty good.
Yeah.
And it's gonna get better. So yeah.
Well, we also saw a game against you versus the Hang, I believe. And how did that fare up? There's one thing that sticks out in my mind, and that's when him LGing you in the room on ZTN.
That was probably the worst LG lock I've ever had to deal with in my life, man. That right there saved him the game too, because he was only about 100, and I knew like he was gonna have to fight for Mega there, and if I would have killed him, then I probably would have came back and won the game. But seriously, awesome frag. I just kind of was like, okay.
Did you just let go of the mouse and think?
I just kind of sat there for a second. It's like, all right, well, I'll give it a try for another minute, and then if he gets a clean kill, then I know the game's over.
Yeah.
So, and that's what happened. And I was like, okay, well played. We'll go to the next games, and yeah. So after that, after losing 3 maps in a row, it's like, okay. It's like, now let me assess before we start this real quick. What do I need to do? And so I tried to slow it down a little bit more. I felt against Evil, my aim was better, but against the Hang, I was playing smarter, if that makes sense. And then on T7, which is arguably, in my opinion, his best map. Yeah,
I think DDK and I were saying the same thing.
Yeah, we've always had really tense matchups on LAN on T7, and I think we're about split even with the results.
Yeah.
So going against them and the second map being down when I already knew it's going to be really tough, but I just tried to focus on making sure that I always had an out. That every time I could do a little bit of damage, I did it, and it really worked out in my favor. And even when he was he changed 3 or 4 rails in a row there near the end.
Yeah.
Around Mega, I made sure I could get away. Even though he did something really good, I still gave myself a chance to get away and to try to win. And I did. And then DM13, I took care of business. Just
standard.
Yeah. Standard. Yeah.
What about 0-4? Because we've been, DDK and I have been a little bit in the dark about the games of 0-4, because of course we've been following you, Evil, and the Hang. Do you know how his games have gone, or how your game against him went?
Apparently against Evil, it was really close. And T7, he was just getting unfortunate that when he would get some kills, apparently Evil was spawning right in front of him when he was low health, instead of being able to get items. Which sometimes on T7 the spawns can be weird. You'll be almost in the same room and then they're there. But he won a toxicity against Evil, so that's good for him. And against me, DM13 was 1-0. That's it.
Really?
Yeah, we had a lot of action.
6 overtimes or
no, it ended in regulation. But it's we had a lot of times where we're just shifting control, we're just dealing damage, but not able to finish. And then the control would switch, and then we'd have to start over again. And but then we played Cure, and I actually won quite handily, and most of it is because his rail seemed off.
I see.
Which normally online his rail is really sick, so hopefully he can get that taken care of and he can play well. Oh, excuse me. But yeah, I think he just needs to do what I'm trying to do. Just look at his games, think about it. Okay, what can I do a little differently? Because now it doesn't really matter. What matters is the playoffs here. And
exactly. Well, he's been looking really good online recently. Do you think 0-4 is someone who can step up, maybe make a top 4? or anything like that?
Yeah, definitely. I just think he has to. His play right now, I think he has to slow it down just a little bit from what he's used to playing. He likes to play aggressive and to use his control very aggressively. But I think right now, until he gets his aim to where it needs to be, he just needs to play very sure and go for it when he can. And I think uses rockets more. If he uses his rockets a little more, I think it'll help him out.
Yeah. Is there anyone that you're really concerned about meeting? I know that you're very confident in your game and who you'll go against, but is there anyone who you're thinking, you know what, I'd rather not go against them, or any other player that's really been standing out who wasn't in your group?
Who wasn't in my group? Well, I don't know the results of the other group yet. I don't know who topped the 5th through 8th, so I don't know who I'm going to play in the quarterfinals yet. I think Sturmy thinks that we're going to play. Based on, he thinks that we'll probably play if we make it there, obviously. But I don't know. We'll just see. Just see how it goes. And I just hope I can keep getting stronger and stronger as the day goes on and secure myself for Saturday. That's the big day. That's the ultimate goal, man.
Get to Saturday. I think everyone knows who Stacy is now.
Do they?
I think so. I said it on a... I think I know. Can we say? Because surely it's been revealed.
I don't know.
Will you answer if I ask you?
If Stacy wants to come out of the closet, Stacy can come out of the closet.
I don't know if I want to bring Stacy out of the closet anymore. We'll
maybe later. We'll see.
Well, we're hopefully going to at some point get you up to cast, but of course you want to be focusing on your games. That is how you're going to prioritize it. Maybe we'll be able to throw you some $10 notes, and we'll get you on for one map or something.
For map or something. Yeah, we'll see. Like if I feel I have time where I can cast, and I don't need to be relaxing or going to eat, then I'll do it. Because that's one of the hardest things at QuakeCon is in between games trying to find time to go eat, because there's not a lot available that's really quick to get, and then you have to walk everywhere. So yeah, that's why this interview.
Speaking of which, man, I know that you want to eat right now, and I think it's showing quite a lot. So I'm gonna what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go and let you eat. Get yourself ready for the double elimination bracket, and I'm gonna take you guys through the group stage, or what happened in the groups, and what we're gonna be seeing in just a moment.